This is a huge interview. The first time I think they're all in an interview together talking about about Deadpool and Wolverine. Here we go.
You can pick up tickets for Wolverine and Deadpool.
I love that you've already changed the title.
I know.
Your outfit was
wrong. Let me do that better. I'm sorry. Let me do that better.
Love it. Thanks so much.
Stop it. Deadpool and Wolverine.
We got it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fandango Big Ticket Interview. I'm Jacqueline Coley, and I'm here with the cast and filmmakers. I'm so excited to talk to you, gentlemen.
Yo, peep the shoe game. She's got these awesome Nikes on, these awesome Jordans over there, match out the outfit. He's got some awesome ones. I don't know what the hell, like some church kind of shoes going on here. And what in God's name are the shoes that Hugh Jackman is wearing? What the fuck? Okay.
Hugh, sir, I'm going to start with you. You kind of died, retired from the character. I know.
This is how I find out?
I know. And I never thought I'd get to talk to you about this character in this way. But then I got the teaser trailer with this gentleman here where you just walked up the stairs and said, yeah, sure, Ryan, I'll do it. So I want to know the journey to get to that. Yeah,
Do you guys remember that? That really did shock us. That caught everybody by off guard. When we saw those trailers with him actually coming back, that was cool, man. That was a definitely fun experience as fans.
Sure, because I heard it was maybe driving and thinking.
100%.
It was?
I was driving. I was on my way. I was just driving, and literally, just like a bolt of lightning, came this knowing deep in my gut that I wanted to do this film with Ryan, for Deadpool and Wolverine to come back together. And Jacqueline, I swear to you, when I said I was done, I really thought I was done. In the back of my head, ever since I saw Deadpool 1, I was like, those two characters together, I knew it. I knew the fans wanted it. Ever since I'd put on the claws, people talked about these two. So that had always been there, but I just knew. And I literally couldn't wait to arrive. As soon as I arrived, I rang Ryan.
Yeah. Wow.
And I just said, let's do it. Like, I hadn't rung my agent, no one. It was just like,
wow.
I had to ring my agent and said, oh, by the way, I've just committed to a movie.
So that's awesome, man. It's interesting because, he's saying that when he thought he was done, he really was done. I think that is the mentality for a lot of people when they walk away. Like, I don't think Tom Brady thought he'd come back. By the way, how many times did Tom Brady come back? I'm not counting the roast, but like how many times did he come back to try to play, right? Was it once or twice? I think when Hugh initially walked away, he absolutely thought it was over, maybe forever. I think that might be the case for some of these other actors, right? We talk about Chris Evans, we talk about Robert Downey Jr., maybe even Scarlett Johansson, and the big rumors are, of course, that many of them are going to pop back up for Secret Wars. So the question is, like, did they go through something similar where you think you're done and then you kind of reconsider? And he describes this as like a lightning bolt hitting him, and him just knowing that he absolutely wanted to come back and have Deadpool and Wolverine together. So things change, people change, and situations change, and so it's kind of interesting to get a little insight into how he'd be back in and doing it.
It just came, and sometimes in life things come really clearly to you, and when that happens, I've learned you just jump, you go for it.
Oh, I'm so glad that you did, because I'm so glad to be here. And Ryan, maybe this is something you've been writing like vision boards about for a while, since like the first movie. And now we're here, but more importantly, we're here with Disney and a hard R. It's like you had to cross so many hurdles to get to this moment, including that.
How did Disney had to cross more hurdles?
I mean, facts. But talk about that and getting them to agree to this historic moment for the brand, really.
I hope it doesn't sound condescending. I'm really proud of them for doing this. I think it's a huge step for them. I mean, it adds a whole other color to this kaleidoscopic wheel that is that company and the different people that they have been entertaining forever. So I was surprised though that they let us, go as,
Dude, real talk though. I mean, I'm kind of proud of them too. Even before the first trailer dropped, there were still people that were like, they're not going to do it. They're not going to make it rated R. It's Disney. And even if they do, they'll hold back. And I mean, the trailers kind of tell you right away, like they're going for it, And it is kind of interesting. We've been kind of discussing, and I think that it's worth more discussion, that Marvel is seemingly maturing a little bit and with its own audience. Maybe they're seeing how people respond to the boys. Maybe they see how people respond to Invincible. And I think that they notice that more adult content seems to be what fans are resonating with. And so it's kind of an interesting time that they would take this risk. They sort of rebuild Echo to make it a little bit more violent. I would argue X-Men 97 is more adult than even the old show, which was adult for a kid show. So it's it is kind of interesting that they would do that. But dude, like, they really go for it, you know. And I wonder how much fighting there actually was. I want to know what stuff did Disney say no to, right?
Hard R, but very grateful. I mean, there's no other way to do it. I mean, you know, for this character and this world, and particularly, you know, Logan being an R-rated film as well, I felt like that was the most kind of full-throated version of Wolverine or Logan that we've ever seen as well. So it really allowed us a lot of freedom, not exploiting the R rating just to do R-rated stuff, but it really allowing us to kind of do anything and everything in a world where anything and everything is possible.
All three of you are stepping into a bit of history with this, and it already has made history. It's like one of the biggest trailers at the Super Bowl. It's like one of our most anticipated. But Shawn, you really are like the first man into space with Disney and hard R. So how hard did you go? Because I know that you and Ryan probably, as both producers and shaping this story, how many Disney jokes are in it is really what I want to know.
Well, I'll never tell. Mostly because I do fear for my life. If I spoil, I got a big mouth, and they could both beat me up. But we were clear from the get-go. We said, well, if the three of us are going to do this, we got to be truthful to the tone of a Deadpool movie. Yeah. And that means we're not softening the edges, and we're going to be audacious and funny and edgy the way I know I, as a fan, want from Logan and from Wade Wilson.
True.
And so if you're going to put them together, and I have to say, every time Ryan and Hugh and I went in expecting pushback, we got support. From Kevin, from everyone at Disney. They kind of have trusted us and allowed us to do the version of Deadpool and Wolverine that we feel is best.
And like I said, we've only seen a little bit so far about the film, but everything everyone has seen, they're just so salivating for it. And this is not maybe the first time I'm seeing y'all in person, but I saw y'all all teamed up recently at another event. Let me just say it was inside a chief's room, like a chief's suite. It was your wife and maybe another lady that a lot of people are wondering might make an appearance in this. And I know you're going to lie to me right now and not tell me the truth, but
I think we're going to go with avoidance more than dishonesty.
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
avoidance?
Straight up dishonesty is in the cards for us right now.
But how much of the Swifties been talking to you about Dazzler? Because I know they're in your mentions, because like they were in just like ours on posting the trailer.
Well, it's you know, movies like this are. There's so much speculation about so many people that might end up in the film, you know. I mean, I saw one that was convinced Elvis was in the movie. So, you know, anything could happen, and that's sort of what I love about this.
Dude, Elvis confirmed. He didn't just say that.
We'll see. Surprises are the essence of Deadpool.
Okay.
Why don't we segue into your outfit and the color choices?
Yeah, the shoes are great.
I find
Did you see the shoes
very
there?
biased.
I mean,
Incredibly biased.
Listen,
Rather a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan or obsessed with Wolverine.
Yeah, and both of those things are pretty damn good as far as I'm concerned.
Look, I've loved Deadpool since the very first time I saw him kill the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but me and Wolverine
It's
go
just a
back.
longer-term relationship.
It's a longer-term relationship.
Don't leave them hanging. There it is.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but I love you both. And look, I love the fact that you guys are bringing back old characters. We already got to see Pyro, and that was already something that folks were talking about from the trailer. I'm just going to name a couple characters, and then y'all can like give me some face on it.
Sure.
Like,
Is that camera going to like zoom in and
like,
try
give me
and
a
be
little
like a
bit.
lie detector based on our expressions?
I will zoom in, Shawn. I will.
Body language experts.
Yeah.
It's like a game show.
Electra.
Confirmed.
Thing. Okay.
I love Jen Garner, though. We worked
God,
with Jen
what
Garner.
a
Jen confirmed.
sweet
Adam Project.
human.
Yeah, she's been a
Incredible.
Mystique. Nothing.
The Island?
No, she's probably not in it, unless she is.
Yes, I'm gonna do this very last one.
Hugh does not like this.
Now.
What the fuck, Hugh? He liked that one. Yeah, I think Halle Berry's in there for sure.
Answer with a different answer. We come to this movie, I definitely come to this movie as a fan.
Yeah.
A fan of the X-Men movies and the Deadpool movies. And so the movie was definitely made with the love of being a fan.
I have
Okay.
a pair of running shoes. They're Asics running shoes that are the an X-Men edition, but I have the Storm ones.
Oh.
Every time.
What the hell's an A6? I'm writing that shit down. A6 running shoe. Man's got X-Men running shoes? Well,
Put them on. It's a little salute to Halle Berry.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I feel like I've done myself proud since I cosplayed as Storm, like literally at age 6, because we all love
Wow.
Storm. Yeah, we definitely love our Storm. Ryan, I
I
love
also cosplayed as Storm at age 6. I probably got different looks though.
That this film is going to be one of the big summer movies, and it's going to be a theatrical movie. It's going to get people out to the theater, and I know you're very committed to the theatrical experience. I mean, we're here at Fandango. I'd love for you to tell folks what it is about a Deadpool movie that seeing it in that communal atmosphere is why they have to see it.
I mean, I will, as long as until I finally close my eyes to this weird and wacky world, I will never forget the first time I sat in a movie theater for Deadpool 1. It was just a fan screen. It was just, you know, all the folks that would normally go see this movie. It wasn't like a fancy premiere. We've never done that with Deadpool. We've always invited the fans in to watch it with us for the first time. And I've never experienced joy, elation, you know, a sense of community like that in a movie theater ever.
Deadpool was something special for sure. And it was really cool watching it in theaters with people, man. A lot of laughs, good crowd. It also has a lot of heart. I don't know, Deadpool doesn't get enough credit for having a lot of heart, dude. It's got a lot of heart. So yeah, I agree.
And it's an experience unlike those kinds of experiences you want to share with everyone else. You want to feel that laughter and that warmth and the emotion in that room. And you know, I mean, I feel like Deadpool 1 was a bit of a curiosity. Deadpool 2 felt like a real proof of concept that there's something really. And then you know, this one I think is the culmination of those. Except we get to join forces with a legacy that is unlike anything else, which is Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. You know, 24 years, is that what we're talking? I mean, that
is wild, bro. I bet 24 years is older than some of y'all in chat. Yo, throw a 1 into the chat if you're younger than 24.
Look, these characters you change different actors sometimes for the character. This guy is never, you can't replace him. There's one Wolverine and one and only.
Yeah, but I'll jump in and say there's also only one Deadpool.
True. That's what
and I will tell you,
the day is young.
Like, if audiences feel 1 ounce of what I felt every day,
which is young people. Holy shit.
It's Wolverine and Deadpool. It's these guys as their most legendary, iconic characters at the top of their game, and together, it's just audience delight. I felt it every day at work, and hopefully that's what comes across on screen.
The first day that Hugh and I were in a scene together in the movie, and we had to sort of walk down this kind of road together, and we were standing side by side. I remember a bunch of, I've never had this in my life, a bunch of crew members came up, and one said that was the best day of my life.
I mean,
damn.
So you realize how much seeing those two.
That's like me if I was a crew member and not doing YouTube. I would be that guy. I'd come up to him. I'd be like, guys, this is the best day of my life. And I would have been the weird guy interview question guy.
Guys together, seeing ketchup and mustard together up on the big screen means to people, and it's something we don't take lightly at all, you know. So we're very careful when we're talking about, in the movie, certainly when we're talking about legacy of Wolverine. I mean, we shit all over Deadpool's legacy. It's fine. We're very careful with that one and how it relates to these characters.
I have to say, remembering what you said about seeing Deadpool 1, our very good friend Tom Rothman, who was running Fox at the time, who's now at Sony, but Tom said, make sure, Hugh, when this movie opens, you go to a cinema.
Yeah.
And I went to Times Square here at 9 p.m. and I sat in the back. Actually, it was packed, so I sat on the stairs. I had a baseball cap on. And I'm from Australia, where in the cinema it's a little more subdued. I couldn't believe what was going on. The cheering, the yelling, the booing, the hissing, the comments. Yeah. And so the idea that this summer these two characters are going to come together, we will be hiding somewhere in some.
Oh yeah,
well, maybe not even hiding. You know?
Oh yeah, no, but that's the great joy.
Dude, remember when Toby and Andrew and Tom all went out and it hid and were low key, and they go into the theater and they watch it together? Yeah, that's cool. That's definitely a feel good kind of a thing.
Is that magic that happens when a few hundred strangers come together in the dark and go through something together.
Together.
And it's also wish fulfillment certainly for audience members, but it's wish fulfillment for me too. I mean, this is something I've wanted since the jump, since the get-go. And in Deadpool 2, there's a coda where I say in the after credits that you're gonna hang up your claws one day. It's gonna make a lot of people very sad. But also your old pal Wade's gonna show up one day and ask you to go on one more ride.
Yeah.
And when he does, say yes.
Yeah.
And I just love that this film actually makes good on that.
And you said yes. I also love the inspirations that you guys have already talked about that you have for this. Like when I heard that 48 Hours, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles were sort of like big inspirations. Talk about how much of a buddy sort of adventure this really is, Hugh, if you can preview a little bit of how this is more than the bromance.
We're both literally, both of us like,
if you can,
we're just checking if it's okay.
Yeah,
go a little bit. I mean, you did say it is a buddy thing, and we know it's Deadpool and Wolverine, so we have to assume you're either in it together, against each other, maybe a little found.
Wrong.
It's
wrong.
Well, it's not. It can't. Just the word buddy doesn't encapsulate all there is, because that just implies good times with two guys having the best time together.
Yeah,
So
it is not that.
No,
it is not that.
But 48 Hours, I was 10 minutes in to watching Deadpool 1, and I was at a screening that Ryan had set up for me, so it was before, and I had just made the announcement. We had not shot Logan, but I'd made the announcement, this is it, this is the last one. And I remember being 10 minutes in, and all I kept seeing was Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy, and I was like, oh, I just said it. So it was there, and then I shoved that one down.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we're pretty.
Is that well dodged?
No, I think you did that. Well, I mean, we were very, very liberally borrowing from I think the tones of some of the great buddy films ever made. I mean, if you think about Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the first thing you think about is it's a very funny movie. It's a comedy, but it's also like a heartbreaking movie.
It's heartbreaking,
a performance by John Candy, which is I've had a lifelong obsession with that man, and that movie is proof in the pudding right there.
Yeah, the end where he like reveals what his actual thing is and the tragedy and everything. Like, yeah, dude, it hits.
I mean, it's so difficult to kind of execute those tones, and that's the sort of Empyrean heights with which we're kind of aspiring to here, is that, yeah, it's hysterical and completely unexpected at times, and we do some really, really wild stuff in this film, but there's also an emotional core and a backbone to it that allows us and facilitates us to be able to do all those other fun things.
I will have to say we wouldn't be here, obviously, without all of your hard work. But really, if we talk about Deadpool, it was the fans. From the leaked footage through the success of each film, the fans have been with you. They've already said that this is their most anticipated movie of the year and of the summer. I would like you, if you could, to give a little tease of what fans are going to be most maybe surprised to see in this one. Just like a little, maybe a one-word adjective, maybe like a little idea that they may not expect when they said, we're going to get Deadpool and Wolverine together, but they're going to be very happy that it's there. And I'll let either Shawn, Ryan, any of y'all, Hugh, answer it.
I don't know that I can do it in one word,
okay,
but just to piggyback on what Ryan said, you know, Wade Wilson and Logan are built to not get along, right? From the comic books forward, these are two characters who are really constructed in a way that's going to drive the other crazy, especially Logan. Would really, really find way to pain in the ass.
Yeah, true.
But the relationship and this kind of journey goes places that are unexpected. So it's audacious. There's sick action, for sure. But the relationship and that kind of, the way that two-hander evolves, I think will be surprising to people.
One thing that was important to us was to shoot this film in natural environments. And I think that also sort of crosses over to our friendship, our collective, three of us, our collective friendship, how we interact with each other as well. It's a kind of a bit of a no bullshit policy. We're trying to sort of always have that
That's good policy.
imbued in the aesthetic of the movie as well. And you know, in a world where when you're on green screens and sound stages where anything is possible, it really allowed us to make a movie where necessity is the mother of invention at all times. So you're always constantly writing, rewriting, changing, thinking in the moment, you know, pivoting, that's the thing I think I loved most about making this movie, especially under the Marvel Cinematic Universe banner.
Well, that's what's crazy, right? Where now it's the first Deadpool and Wolverine movie as part of the MCU. But to Ryan's point, we've been friends for many years. So this wasn't, go to work and make an MCU movie. This was go to work with your brothers.
Yeah.
And therefore feel loose enough to try stuff. And some of it sucked, right? But some of it,
which no one will ever see.
Right. But the stuff that stumbled into maybe good and sometimes great, the fact that we were willing and comfortable making idiots of ourselves because we're friends offset, I think that allowed for some experimentation and some surprises that make the movie better.
Okay, I've been thinking about what to say.
My man, dude, let's go.
I was just buying you time.
Yes.
No, I'm glad because there's a lot of things. A lot of fans are going to be very happy, and I've spoken with fans around the world for 24 years, so I feel I have a connection, and I always love talking to them. And they're very honest. Have always been honest, and I've heard.
Yeah, we're very honest, right, chat? It's one of our best qualities, right? We're real fucking honest.
Not great things about what I've done. I've heard good things. There's going to be a lot of happiness, but the thing I want to impress on the fans the most is from the moment I read the script that Ryan and Shawn wrote, there was a love of Wolverine, like a taking care of Wolverine, and also a desire to give runway to the character that we'd never had before, to express parts of him that we'd never been able to do before. And something about this dynamic of these two characters, you fans will see a different side, and I know from what they've told me that they're going to be like, yes,
let's go.
How's that?
That was awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect answer. Let's go, Hugh.
Thank you.
Landing.
Well, thank you all very much, and I can't wait. I know everyone watching at home can't wait, so I'll remind all of you can pick up tickets for Deadpool and Wolverine at Fandango.
Oh, hell yeah. Great interview. Good job to everybody. That was super, super cool. Has me pretty excited about it. And I will put a little tease here, too. We know that they have been doing some reshoots. I think that a new version of the movie has been recently screened. It's real good. It's real good. It's somehow even better than it was, like, I don't know, 2 months ago or something like that. And, yeah, I think they really, really have something. Some surprises, some things that are going to catch us off guard. And that's all I'm saying. Let's go. Deadpool and Wolverine. I got my tickets. Did you get your tickets? Let me know.